Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to our educational webinar under the theme Money Made Simple, Build, Protect, and Grow. And at this time, we will have greetings and welcome from our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Desiree Markey.
Thank you, Ashani. Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to each of you joining us online for this financial education webinar this morning. On behalf of the NAJHSCCU Co-op Credit Union, I extend heartfelt thanks to all our healthcare professionals and families and guests who made the time to be here today. I know all of you are very busy people, and the fact that you take your time to be online this morning, it means then that your financial health is very, very important. So this morning's theme, Money Made Simple, Build, Protect, and Grow, is very timely and essential. In just 1.5 hours, I believe, not 2 hours, we hope to give you practical tools to strengthen your financial future. I also wish to especially thank our distinguished partners and presenters from CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica. They're always with us. The Jamaica Credit Union Insurance Agency, JCIA, and CUMAX Wealth Management. All of these partners, they are always with NAJ Credit Union looking out for all of us. And it's really my happy delight to have them here with us this morning. Your expertise and partnership are invaluable as we guide our members towards smarter financial decisions. As we all know, we're operating in unprecedented economic times. Yeah, we can all agree with that. Costs are rising, uncertainty is real, security attacks, all of those things. Our financial security requires more than simple saving. It requires. One of the most important lessons we can take from this moment is the value of diversify our investment portfolio, because diversification allows us to spread our risk, protect what we have worked for, very hard for, and create opportunities for growth, even in challenging conditions. So this webinar is about equipping you with the knowledge to do just that, to build, protect, and grow with confidence. At this time, it is my pleasure to hand over to our host for the evening, our Senior Marketing Officer, Mr. Ashani Thomas, who will guide us through this session. So have a wonderful webinar, everyone. I'm sure we have very valuable things to take away. We have several nuggets to take away from this session. So we look forward to hearing what our presenters has to say this morning. So thank you for coming on and to be with us this morning. Ashani, I now hand over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Markey, for those powerful words and for setting the tone for this morning webinar. Good morning once again, everyone. I am Ashani Thomas, as Dr. Markey made mention, and I'll be your host for today as we dive into our theme, Money Made Simple, Build, Protect, and Grow. To get started, let us just take a quick look at our agenda for the session. So I'll be going over our products offering. Lyndon Brown will also be presenting on our delinquency, and then followed by our guest partners, CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica Limited, Tesia Douglas, Sales Associate and Sales Strategist. She will be presenting on FIP. CUMAX Wealth Management Limited, Mr. Miguel Lewis, Manager and Wealth Manager, will also be sharing words of wisdom with us this morning. And of course, we will also have Mr. Jeremy Paul from the Jamaica Co-operative Insurance Agency. He'll be outlining for us the importance of insurance. We'll also have Mr. William Henlin, the Director and Lead Privacy Compliance and Software Engineer at PL. He'll also be presenting on the importance of our member data privacy, followed by our Loans and Security Manager, Mrs. Renee Collins Cumberland. She will be informing you as well about the importance of loan and how to get yourself ready when you are taking out loans. And then we'll end with our question and answers, and then ensure everyone is listening, because you can win this lovely, I'm not telling you what is inside of it as yet, you'll win this lovely package based on the question and answer section, and whoever get the question correct. All right, so with that being said, I'll share my screen now, because I'll just be doing just a quick overview of some of our NAJ and Health Services Cooperative Credit Union product offerings, or saving and investment products. And also, I want us to pay attention and take this opportunity to jot down any information that you want to jot down, and then take this opportunity as well to invite your extended family members, for those who are already online and they are already a member of the credit union, just to extend the information that you will learn here today to your extended family members, and let them also become a member of the NAJHSCCU Health Services Cooperative Credit Union, so we can assist them also with sound financial advice to diversify, as Dr. Marky made mention earlier, their investment portfolio. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and give a quick overview of our product offering. All right, so before I start any presentation, I always love to implore all of our members to ensure that you are following us on all our social media platforms, so that you can keep abreast of new happenings and any product promotion that is currently happening here at our head office. And our social media handle is at NAJHSCCU across all social media platforms. It doesn't matter what social media platform you use, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, it's the same, at NAJHSCCU. So for the persons who are online and you know your family members that are not a member of the credit union as yet. So this is just a quick overview so that you are aware of who can become a member. So we have been in operation since 1976, and our membership is open to all nurses, midwives, registered medical doctors, and all other healthcare providers. Permanent employee of the NAJ and Health Services Cooperative Credit Union, NAJ, the Nurses Association of Jamaica, and your spouses, your children, nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters of all the above. I shared this video earlier, illustrating out just a quick feedback from one of our members on why you should open an account. So you can take a listen at this video and encourage your extended family members to become a member of the NAJ and Health Services Cooperative Credit Union. Reason to save with us: we help members to save regularly. We also encourage wise borrowing at low interest rate. And also we provide, let me admit this here. We provide safe and people-friendly environments and great interest rates on saving and investment. And of course, we provide sound financial advice. Simple, whenever you become a member of our credit union, you feel the family-oriented synergy within office from all our team members across the board. You know, you're greeted with a smile, as our member just made mention earlier. And not only that, we provide base-by-base financial counseling to our members. So when you come in, we get real, and we have real discussions with our member. And if your member say to us, hey, I want to save 100,000 within the next 2 months, for example, we speak with you and we see where we assist you in finding out your income, your expenses, and then we encourage you, like, look, here are areas that you can cut back in order to and allow you to have more disposable income. I will get really, now when I said real, I mean real. We even get down to the details, like how much you're spending on a daily basis on lunch. I will give you a real advice and say maybe you can incorporate system where you cook your food at home, and then you will have more disposable income, so you can open, for example, one of our investment account or partner plan. So we really get real with our members, because we're real people, and we know that we're dealing with persons that really want to diversify their investment portfolio. So these are some of the reasons why you should become a member of the NAJ Health Services Cooperative Credit Union. And I also want to inform our members that are online currently that for those who are online right now, it is now 8,200. So if you are going to open your account for the adults, you're going to encourage today after this session your mommy, your daddy, your sisters, your nieces to open their account. I want to encourage that since June 28th this year, the new requirement to open the account is actually 8,200, which is $6,000, which goes to the permanent share, and $2,000 to the voluntary share, and $200 for the entrance fee. So all of us also who are online, you can give us a call here at the credit union and to verify where you're at as it relates to the permanent share, because so you can update the same. And if your permanent share is not where it's supposed to be, you can make the arrangement to debit the same in your NAJ account here at the credit union. All right, so these are some of our products and services that we offered. that we offer here at the credit union, and I won't go in depth in all of them because our presenters are here that are going to go in depth into these. 1 second, please. Let me pull this for you. Jeremy Paul is the name. All right, so we have our share account. Once you open your account, you automatically have two accounts. You have your share account, you have your ordinary account. You know, we have our loan products, we have our insurance product, which is our FIP. We also have our saving and investment product, including but not limited to our Santa account, or Golden Harvest, or fixed deposit account, or youth savers account. And we offer partner plans, and of course we offer other services that you can take advantage of, like our standing orders, you know, for persons that want letters from our institution to take to embassy. We provide those services as well. And I want to take this opportunity also to encourage everyone who are online right now. If you know that you are responsible for any younger ones and you know they don't have a youth saver account as yet, please contact me after this and open their youth saver account, because you don't have to come in office. You can do it online. You can shoot me an email and I will send you the application form via your email or WhatsApp, and then you can open their account. And all you need is a copy of their birth paper or their passport to open their account. And yes, $500 Jamaican dollars. When you open these youth saver accounts, it's good because you allow them to have access to grants. You know, so when back to school and stuff like that, once the credit union has a surplus, these money would be issued to our youth savers. You know, so I implore everyone to open their youth saver account today. And I want to zoom in a little on our Golden Harvest, or saving and investment product, or Golden Harvest product, because this is a product that members can use to diversify their investment portfolio, and it is insured through at a cost, at no cost to the members. Let's say, for example, a member wants to open a Golden Harvest account and they say, Ashani, you know that I want to open a Golden Harvest an account because I want to save probably $2 million within the next 2 years because I want to purchase a home. For example, I want to have access to the closing capital to purchase a home. Once that members come to us and disseminate this information, they get access to our Golden Harvest account, which is insured at no cost to the members. And we do the calculation here and let you know how much you're going to pay on a monthly basis for you to save that $2 million within the next 24 months. And it attracts competitive interest rate, currently up to 4.5%. This money will accumulate at the end of the 24 months duration period. So it's an effective product that you can utilize to diversify your investment portfolio. I'm just going to play a little video and on our FIP and why it is important for you to open your FIP, and then that would be it for my presentation. And then I'll share a slide indicated how you can contact me, and you can screenshot that. Once you receive the same, you can screenshot that when I put it up, and contact me after this session. Thank you guys so much for that listening here. And this is how you can contact me. So those who want to screenshot this page, I'll leave it up for 5 seconds. So you can go ahead and screenshot this page that you're seeing on your screen. This is how you contact us, and this is how you follow us on all our social media platforms, right? And my email address is actually athomas@NAJHSCCU. So I should be getting a lot of calls today as a person wants to open the youth savers account and purchasing investment product like our Golden Harvest, Santa accounts. And of course, when we get into our question and section answer, we'll have more from you. So let me stop sharing my screen. So at this time, we'll invite our Marketing and Delinquency Officer, Lyndon Brown. He will be making a presentation. Lyndon, you can go ahead and share your screen on the importance of managing delinquency and smart borrowing from our members. Mr. Lyndon Brown, you hearing me? Okay. Unmute your mic. Mr. Brown, unmute your mic. We're not hearing you. You have to unmute your mic.
Shani, can we go to another one of your presenters, please? Maybe from CUNA.
All right, then, noted. So at this time, we'll be inviting one of our industry partners. So specifically, we'll be inviting Tesia Douglas, Sales Associate and Sales Strategy at CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica Limited. She'll be giving us a brief overview on the importance of having insurance, and specifically, she'll be zoomed in on family indemnity plan and critical illness rider. Tesia, the floor is yours. Unmute your mic, Tesia. Unmute your mic, please.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Ashani. Good morning, everyone. As Ashani stated earlier, my name is Tesia Douglas, and I'm a sales associate at CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica. And today I will be presenting on the family indemnity plan with optional critical illness rider. At the end of the presentation, at the end of the entire presentation, where we will be at the Q&A section. You can ask your questions there, and I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm going to go ahead now and share my screen. Are you seeing the screen, Ashani?
Yes.
Thank you for confirming. All right, so just a brief on who CUNA is. CUNA Caribbean Insurance is a member of the True Stage Group and the leading provider of insurance solutions for organizations and members across the Caribbean. We provide easy, low-cost insurance solutions for organizations and their members. The Family Indemnity Plan. This is a simple life insurance plan that covers up to 6 persons on a single contract. No medical questionnaire or requirements, only 6 months waiting period, cash payments within 48 hours of death of any one of the following insured on the plan, immediate cash payout for final expenses, medical bills, or debt consolidations when you need it the most. Who is covered? So 3 generations of family members, and that would be parents and parent-in-law, once enrolled before the age of 75, spouse, married or unmarried, must be of the opposite sex, once enrolled before the age of 75, unmarried children, biological or non-biological under the age of 26, permanently disabled children that were declared as such before the termination of age 26. These are our lovely premiums to choose from. We now have 11 plans to choose from, and our tagline is for all people. So as you look on the screen, you will see that our lowest premium starts at Plan A with an monthly premium of $422.40 with an individual benefit of $80,000. We have in-between plans. We added 4 new plan types where you can do the insurance up to $2 million individual benefit with a monthly payment of only $12,680 per month. And now move on to the optional family indemnity plan rider. The CI rider is a critical insurance that is attached to the FIP plan. It is available to the primary insured member only. The CI rider can be attached to any of the 11 FIP plan types. The CI rider provides a one-time lump sum benefit payment based on coverage option chosen by the primary insured upon his or her diagnosis of a specified covered critical illness condition. These are our coverage options. So we have from $500,000 and the maximum is $1 million. The family indemnity plan with optional critical illness rider. These are the critical illnesses that are covered: cancer, heart attack, stroke, major burns, and paralysis. These are our premium guide, and the age band. If you look to the left of the screen, you will see the age band. Then we would have the monthly premiums, and those differentiate for $500,000 and $1 million. Just an example, if you are between the age 18 to 34 and you want a coverage for $500,000, you would pay $350. If you want a coverage for $1 million, you would pay $700. If you should start that plan at that age group, when you reach the age band 35 to 44, you will still be paying the same amount because it's a fixed premium. To note, again, only the primary member who has attained the age of 60 years can apply for the critical illness rider. The premium rates are fixed and coverage terminates at the age of 75 years old. This brings me to the last slide of my presentation. How do you start your FIP with critical illness rider? Call or visit NAJHSCCU Services Cooperative Credit Union, the lovely credit union, of course. You will need to complete an enrollment form and take along your birth certificate, ID, proof of address, and first month's premium. For more information, you can reach CUNA at our website, CUNACaribbean.com. For Facebook, CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica. Instagram, CUNA Caribbean Jam. For TikTok, CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica. You can also call us at 876-929-3570 up to 3, or you can contact me directly via straight call or WhatsApp via 876-886-1591. And you can also reach me at my email, that's tdouglas@cunacaribbean.com. That concludes my presentation for today. As I stated earlier, you can ask your questions at the Q&A section. All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Ashani.
Thank you so much, Miss. All right. So thank you so much for that information. Reiterating for us the importance of having insurance and, of course, FIP. All right. So at this time, we will invite Mr. Miguel Lewis, Manager and Wealth Management at CUMAX Wealth Management Limited, building wealth and smart investment. Mr. Lewis, the floor is yours. Unmute your mic, Mr. Lewis. Unmute your mic.
Yes, man. Morning. Yes, morning again. Thank you for having us. All right, so it's a pleasure to join you today. Thank you for the invitation. So it's good to share with the team. Right. So today we really just want to share how we can play a part in your, wealth creation journey. And at CUMAX, we are your wealth management partners, and we want to say your preferred wealth management partners. As you know, we are owned by the credit unions of Jamaica through the Jamaica Co-operative Credit Union League, but we're definitely not a credit union. We're a licensed wealth management firm, and we offer our services to individuals, institutions, pension funds. We are trusted by hundreds of clients to grow and protect their wealth. And we have over 20 years of proven research-driven expertise in wealth management, right? But why does wealth management matter? Why does it matter now? Why did it matter at any point in history? We see and feel that there is an urgent need for financial empowerment. There is undoubtedly no lack of evidence to prove that, or to support the position, that persons need access to a broader array of financial planning services, products, and certainly information. If there's one thing we are certain of, and if it's one thing that our history has proven, is that the money that we had 20 years ago cannot meet the needs that we have today. And so the money that we have today and the wealth that we have today is not sufficient to take us into the next 10, 20 years. So the one thing we're certain of is that whatever wealth we have accumulated needs to grow, but it also needs to be protected. And that is why we offer our services to you, all right? Wealth gives you security, it gives you opportunity, and it allows you to leave a legacy for the generation that comes behind you. Right? Protects you from the increases in cost of living. And we believe that healthcare workers need access to sophisticated financial tools, just like any other sector of our society. So our encouragement is that you create smart financial goals and set goals that are specific and measurable, make sure that they're achievable, and they must be relevant to your unique situation, and you should put them in a specific time frame in which you want to accomplish those goals, right? And the truth is that, reality is that more attracts more. Little can become much once you are prudent and consistent with your investment habits, right? So for the younger persons, you have a lot of time to do your investments. Some persons have 25 years, some persons have 40 years to do their investments. Right? But just imagine a situation in which you are investing $20,000 and over the next 25 years, for example, you're only adding $2,000 to that portfolio on a monthly basis. That portfolio growing at 12% per annum will be over $3 million at the end of the period. Now, these numbers that we are looking at and presenting here are very small in the grand scheme of things. So when you look at your position, imagine if your number is, you're starting with $1 million or with 500,000 or with 100,000. And imagine if your regular contribution is 20,000 or 10,000 instead of $2,000. It means that we're adding significantly more wealth to your position and to your family and to the legacy that you're able to leave and to your preparation for your future. We do not want to go through life and work hard and amass wealth, all of these nice things. And then when we retire, we have to try and retire because we have to try and do something else. You want to be in a comfortable position when you go there, right? So building wealth starts right here, and it comes from a conversation with CUMAX. It comes from a conversation with all our partners to say, let us look at our budget. Let us see what we can carve out for discipline, saving, and investing, right? It's also important that you undertake analysis of risk. So you're looking at risk and understanding that the greater the risk, generally, the greater the reward that you're able to take on or you're able to receive, right? But you must also partner with professionals for long-term success, right? While there are certain things I can do with my car, there are some things I dare not do. Okay? And I do not try to treat my own medical conditions. Yes, if I have pain, I don't try to fix it myself. If my foot is broken, I don't try to fix it. If I have a heart condition, God forbid, I cannot solve these problems for myself. So spend time doing what you do best and partner with the professionals who have the insight and the expertise and the experience to guide you in the right direction. The majority of the wealth in the world, over 40% of the wealth in the world, is controlled by a small minority of persons. Yes? So we have to try and flip this pyramid so that we can democratize wealth and spread out to a wider array of individuals. Now, how can we help you to help you in this process? Yes? We're saying that you should invest with a purpose. And this means that you're going to be looking at a broad-based approach to your investment portfolio. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Look at opportunities in real estate. Look at opportunities in the fixed income space, whether it's bonds or it is a unit trust that offers you fixed income opportunities. Look at currency diversification. You know, we know our experience in Jamaica where our currency tends to lose value over time. So let's look at the opportunity to place some funds, some investments in some strong currencies, right? Make sure you have cash on hand to take care of opportunities that come up, and also include equities in your portfolio. You know, persons on this call would have participated in the Trans-Jamaica stock transaction earlier this year, would now see that part of their portfolio up over 10% in less than a year, right? And if somebody decides to go and sell those equities when they've made a gain, remember that all of that revenue or income is tax-free. So after you've created this wealth, it is important for you to protect it. And while you're going along the journey, make sure you're protecting that wealth. And that is why diversification is so important, right? And this is why we encourage you to have an emergency fund, because sometimes when you pull money from your investment portfolio, you will lose some of the potential income that you could get. We also encourage you to use things like insurance to protect your wealth. Yes, because you do not want to be going into your investment portfolio to pull out monies when you have a medical emergency. So make sure that you're talking to our partners and getting on board with those insurance plans that can help you to protect your wealth throughout all its presentations. Yes. And what tools do we recommend for you? We're saying explore the wealth management conversation with us at CUMAX. Let us see where you are. Let us look at where you want to go, and let us look at what you're working with, and we can help to take you into a new dimension, right? We encourage you to read books about wealth management and wealth creation. Yes. So there is a lot that we're able to offer you. And just understand that if your portfolio is concentrated in any single way, it's not the best approach. Let us help you to diversify your wealth creation. Let us help you to look at international investments, local investments in various currencies. More importantly, if you are confused about anything, just reach out to us and let us have a conversation. Our email address that you can reach us, clientservices@cumaxwealth.com, gets you access to quite a few persons. And also we have our main line, which is 926-7767, right? And you can reach me on 202-9676. And we will also share contact details for other members of the team so that you can reach out and start that wealth management or wealth creation journey, or even enhance the journey that you're currently on. So I want to thank you for following the opportunity, and I look forward to the conversation that should follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lewis, for sharing that insightful information on building wealth and smart investing. All right. So let me verify and ask if Mr. Lyndon Brown, are you ready to present?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay, so we at this time, Lyndon Brown will be sharing with us the importance of managing your delinquency or managing your loan portfolio to reduce the likelihood of you falling in delinquency so that you can borrow smartly. All right.
Over to me.
Yes.
All right, so good morning, everyone. My name is Lyndon Brown, the Marketing and Delinquency Officer of the NAJHSCCU Cooperative Credit Union. All right, so I'll just take you to a fast and quick presentation of how to manage your delinquency and what delinquency is like. So what is delinquency? So delinquency occurs when a member fails to make loan payments on time. It is measured by the percentage of loans overdue in the credit union's portfolio, and high delinquency impacts our financial stability and members' confidence. Some causes of delinquencies. So economic downturn or job loss, poor financial management by members, insufficient loan assessments, emergencies and unexpected expenses, and lack of financial literacy. So how does delinquency impact your credit union? So it reduces income from unpaid loans. It increases provision for loan losses. It has a strain on liquidity and operations. Risk of low member trust and confidence, and also difficulty offering competitive products. So it's very important, guys, for you to pay your loans on time. All right. So here are some strategies to reduce delinquency. So strengthen loan assessment process. So that will be done by us. Educate our members on financial literacy. We always try to make sure that our members are keen on financial literacy. All right. Hence why having this webinar also. Also implement proactive monitoring and following ups. Offer restructuring or refinancing option. Encourage savings as a safety net. So savings just in case there's an emergency, and that you always have money to make payments towards the loan. So role of members in prevention. So borrow responsibly within your means. So don't go ahead deciding that you want to borrow a set amount of money when you know that the payback is too much for you, especially as it relates to your monthly endeavors or responsibilities. Maintain open communication with the credit union. Build emergency funds for unseen events, and attend financial education programs that we also offer. Right? Because earlier we had our financial Tuesdays. Also prioritize loan repayment as a part of budgeting. All right, guys. So that's the end of my presentation. You can ask questions within the question and answer section. All right.
Before you go further, Mr. Brown, can you just explain just one thing based on your presentation? Can you put it back up, please?
Okay,
Quickly.
sure. No, we'll do.
Just for you to explain something that I think needs clarification.
Okay, sure.
Last slide or this second to last, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, can you explain what is open communication with the credit union?
All right.
You could explain that part, yeah.
All right. So this is a huge part.
And what is it? And what is this? The advantages for the member.
All right. So maintaining open communication with the credit union. All right. So if you know that there's a situation where as your loan will become delinquent, or the case as relate to previous side when it says job loss or anything of the sort, maintaining communication with us will allow us to prepare for future areas. All right. Also, as it relates to financing the loan, we can help you with that as well. So communicating with us, telling us your situation, we can also offer you guys with payment plans. All right. So if there's a case where you know that you're going to have difficulties in making your payment on a monthly basis, communicate with us as soon as possible. Don't wait until the time. All right. Because that can put you into delinquency and have your arrears or delinquency fees skyrocket. All right. So early communication is key because we have options for our members to attain delinquency. All right. So again, guys, always make sure that you communicate with us as early as possible, not on the date that you're supposed to make the payment, just earlier. All right. Did that answer the question, Doc?
Thank you so much. Yes, it
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brown, for that insightful information to our members and the importance of managing their delinquency. And thank you, Dr. Markey, for highlighting that, open communication is vital. You must remain open information as communication with us, as Mr. Brown indicated, that if you know that you're going to fall in delinquency, come and engage in dialogue with the credit union so that strategies can be put in place to mitigate the likelihood of you really falling into delinquency. Come and speak with us, because if rescheduling is an option, you come and you talk to us and engage in dialogue with us, and maybe the loan can be rescheduled so that this situation doesn't occur, because as Lyndon says, causes of that can be loss of your job, and if the income reduces, talk to us and let us know so it doesn't have that, so that your credit union can stay liquid, so that we can give you more loans, so that we can give you more grants, so that we can really stay true to what we said that we're going to do to help you diversify your investment portfolio. Thank you very much. So at this time, we will inform, because, times has changed and we're operating in different economic time. There is a paradigm shift that is happening in the world of economy, so we have to ensure that strategies are put in place to protect your information, right? So that you're protected from, scammers and all of these duplicitous activities that are out there on the web. So at this time, we're going to invite our Data and Privacy Member Protection Officer, Mr. William Henley, Director and Lead Privacy Compliance and Software Engineer at PLMC. He'll be providing some information on that to all of our attendees here on data privacy and member protection. Mr. Henley, the floor is yours.
Good morning, all. Just give me 1 second as I share my screen. Okay, so I presume that everybody's seen my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so good morning. I am William Henley. I'm a representative of Privacy and Legal Management Consultants. So Privacy and Legal Management Consultants, we are a data protection consulting company in Jamaica. We've been around since the inception of the Data Protection Act. And so due to that, we consider ourselves experts along with the team members as well. And so as a body, PLMC for short, we are NAJ's Data Protection Officer. And so our role is to make sure that the personal and financial information is handled securely and in line with the Data Protection Act, and ensuring that your data is not misused or leaked improperly. So today I'll share a few quick tips on how you can protect your data and how the credit union safeguards it. So let's talk about safeguarding the financial information. Everybody, this is a top priority for everyone. So when you open an account or apply for a loan or update your records, you share sensitive data like your TRN, your ID, proof of address, all of that. All of this information is stored securely in the credit union's core system. The core system is only as safe as the controls placed around it. So it is my role as data protection officer to ensure I provide independent oversight. I ensure that NAJ has these policies and controls in place to safeguard your data. And so on the slide, you can see I refer to some encryption protocols like AES and RSA. These are some of the stronger encryption protocols used today to ensure that your data is securely stored at rest. What that means is if your information was to get hacked in the storage system, it would still be safe to some degree because the hacker wouldn't be able to decipher what the data is because it's encrypted. If this data falls into the wrong hands, it can mean fraud, stolen identity, and harm to both you and the credit union. And this can honestly cause you problems for a long time, and honestly, sometimes the rest of your life, because we're talking about identity theft. So on this slide now, I'm going to speak about just the common threats and fraudulent tactics that you should watch out for in the Caribbean and Jamaica especially. So one of the most common threats today is scams and phishing, and that's phishing with a PHISHING. So these might come as an email, a WhatsApp message, or even a phone call, and in terms of a phone call, it's called vishing. So they often try to sound urgent, and there's like a pressure factor in terms of time, like, oh, we need this now, this needs to happen today. They'll ask you to verify your TRN or promise quick loan approvals if you send over the documents. If someone pressures you to share personal information outside of the official credit union channels, stop immediately and contact the credit union directly instead, and verify with the credit union the official credit union channels, and let them know of how you're reached out to. That way they can then put in the controls that this won't happen again. There have been scams in Jamaica to this day where fraudsters pretend to be from financial institutions such as credit unions using WhatsApp. And WhatsApp, even though it has end-to-end encryption, which does provide a degree of security, only protects data that is in transit. That does not protect data when it's on your phone. So what that means is when you're sending data from yourself to whoever else, no attacker can intercept that information while it's being sent. However, if you leave your phone unlocked on your table, or someone stole your device and got access to it, they can easily go through the WhatsApp and have that treasure trove of information. So I know that WhatsApp is very popularly used in Jamaica in personal and professional instances, because I know there's WhatsApp business as well. And I'm not saying not to use it. It's just more of just to be aware of the limitations of WhatsApp. It's not 100% secure. So on this slide now, I want to talk about the best practices for document sharing. So on this slide, you see authorized staff only, secure channels, verified security, as we mentioned before, and keeping the records for yourself. So whenever you need to share proof of address, ID, or TRN, do it directly with the authorized credit union staff, no one else. Avoid sending documents through unsecured apps like WhatsApp or unencrypted email. But if you have to, ensure that there are added controls in place, such as an extra verification step in terms of calling your credit union rep and ensuring it's an active communication and not asynchronous communication. If you're not sure, ask how your documents will be handled. For example, when they're entered into the credit union's core system with the access controls, you want to know what is being done to protect your data, because it is a part of your rights. And lastly, for this one, keep your own copies safe and notify the credit union if you ever lose one. So you want to ensure that for your documents that you share with the credit union, that you have your own copies, because anything can happen. There could be a disaster on their end, and unfortunately they lose all of the information, but you can mitigate that disaster by having your own copies in your own system, and vice versa. If you lose it, they can have it because they have a secure system, and then you can request it from them as well. Now I'm going to cover just your rights under the Data Protection Act. Many people don't realize that the Data Protection Act is about you. It's not entirely about you, but it does afford a lot of rights about you, the data subject. So the credit union has a duty to protect your data, a legal duty. Staff are trained, systems are secured, and access is restricted to only those who need it. And this is mandated by the Data Protection Act, as sufficient technical and organizational measures are required by every organization. In addition to that, there are policies in place and regular continuous monitoring for compliance. And then as the DPO, my job or our job at PLMC is to provide independent oversight to make sure these standards are maintained. So from time to time, we'll do site visits at NAJ and interviews just to make sure that practices are up to date. If there's any changes in the legislation, or even in the technology space, because I'm actually in the technology space, so I keep abreast of the latest attacks, cyber attacks that we need to watch out for. That will be shared with NAJ to make sure that they put their best foot forward on this front. It's important to remember that under the Data Protection Act, organizations can face significant penalties for non-compliance. So it's not an optional thing. So the penalties include fines of up to, I think, about 4% of annual turnover, or $2 million Jamaican dollars per breach. And in some cases, there can even be criminal liability. And what that means is you can have a member or members of the credit union itself. And when I mean members, I mean employees in this case, employees of the credit union, all the way up to the board level. They can face prosecution in the event of a breach if it is realized that there has been a lack of controls, there's a laissez-faire approach to data protection. They can be prosecuted. And last but not least on this slide, this is not just about avoiding penalties and just staying out of trouble. It's really about protecting members and safeguarding trust and ensuring the cooperative movement continues to thrive. Because the basis of financial institutions is trust. If a financial institution does not have trust, there's no point in it existing, because there's no one's going to put their money there if they do not trust that institution. So now on the compliance framework and accountability now. In closing, remember that protecting your data is protecting your money, your identity, and the strength of cooperative. Be cautious with scams, be careful when sharing documents, and don't hesitate to exercise your rights. Together, members in the credit union can keep personal information safe. And it's a shared responsibility amongst all of us. So you should be aware of your rights as a data subject, ensuring that the credit union has accurate and up-to-date information and also adequate security controls. But also from the credit union side, it is their duty to ensure that their staff is trained, they have policies and processes in place, and that their security controls are adequate based on the threats of the day. That's it for my presentation. I just wanted to make it quick and digestible for everyone, and I will remain for questions and answers when the time comes.
All right, and thank you very much, Mr. Henlin. Before we invite Renee Collins Cumberland, our London Security Manager, one question. You made mention about WhatsApp and that it is not safe for members to send their information there. But what if the case is where it's a case where on our end we have the two auto verification method in place for our WhatsApp business, and we also have ensure that all our messages are encrypted, so it's not so easily for these phishing to attacks or the smartphones that we utilize to collect member information via the WhatsApp.
Yeah, so on that note, I had mentioned earlier in the presentation that I said avoid it, but if it has to be used, make sure that there's additional controls to mitigate that risk. And from what you just mentioned, it sounds like there are added controls, because you would have added that two-step verification and the added encryption of those messages. So that further boosts the security of the WhatsApp. So I think the main point I just wanted to get across is WhatsApp by default is not enough.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the information. So at this time, we will now invite Mrs. Renee Collins Cumberland to share with us loan solutions that we offer and the opportunities that we currently have that our members can take advantage of to continue the diversification of their investment portfolio. Renee Collins, the floor is yours.
Okay. Are you seeing me, Ashani? Hold on.
Sure.
Go ahead. Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining our educational webinar. I hope you'll find all the presentations to be very interesting and educational. Okay, so I'll be presenting on the credit union's loan products. Okay, so let's fast track your dreams with NAJHSCCU Health Services loans. Our loans are quick, simple, reliable loan process designed for all our healthcare professionals and their families. Because as you know, time matters as much as your money. Let's look at the 5 C's of credit. First, let us look at the character, capacity, capital, collateral, and condition. So when you think about taking a loan, have you successfully repaid your loans in the past? Reason being, as Mr. Brown had mentioned, it is very critical for our members to pay their loans on time. Hence, that will lead to delinquency, not only affecting the credit union, but also your credit. Can you or your business, just in case it's a business loan, handle the loan repayments? That's something to consider. It's not just about taking a loan because you want a loan right now, but you need to consider if you are able to make the payments. Do you have the resources to come up with a down payment in the event of you're purchasing a property, Maybe you're thinking about starting a business as well. These are the things that you need to consider. What assets will be put up to back these loans? Hence, the collateral. So some of our loans will require for you to have collateral. So these are things that you have to consider prior to applying for the loan. Condition. What is the purpose of the loan? And how is the economy at the time? Basically, some institutions, you may take a loan at a particular interest rate, but as the economy, maybe inflation goes along, you may find that interest rates may be affected, you may migrate, you may lose your job. So these are things that you have to consider prior to taking out the loan. Reviewing your budget when borrowing money. How much do you want to borrow? Think about that first. How much can I afford? Do you need the money now, or can the expense wait until you save for it? Also ask, what is the interest rate? Sometimes person may sign a contract, but they don't look on the interest rate until after the fact. They may say, but wait, I didn't know that the interest rate was so high. So these are questions that you need to ask. How much will the repayment be? And what happens if I miss a payment? So ask these questions to your loan officer prior to applying for the loans. Okay? Our loan products are motor vehicle loans, special starter loan. The special starter loans are for our PCAs. Those are PCAs, community health aid. The PCAs are patient care workers. Yes, we consider them as well. It's not just only for nurses and doctors, midwives. All members are welcome in the healthcare sector. So for the starter loans, we have a special rates for those persons who may think about buying a motor vehicle. Home loans, home equity loan, home deposit, thinking about purchasing a home, but you may not have deposit right away. Reach out to your credit union to assist. Land acquisition, educational loan, personal loan, unsecured loan. You would have noticed that beside each loan product, there are the shares. Some members need to have the share qualification in their account prior to applying for the loan. So we'll see one that says 5 times your shares. So if you're applying for a loan, say for $1 million, you need to have at least a minimum of 100,000 in your account to qualify. Hence, you won't be able to apply. All right. Hence, why we encourage members to save prior to accessing a loan. So when members come and pull their funds, it also affects other persons from borrowing, including yourself. Hence, why the reason why you need to build your shares in the event that you need to apply for a loan or just to lend someone else. It's just like a partner plan. Each one saves. So when you show your partner plan, someone else benefits and it goes along. Okay. So let's look at their share loans. So the share loan will be savings that members already have in their share accounts. So instead of pulling your funds, we usually encourage members to borrow against your shares. So you can borrow up to 95% of your shares. So while you're paying your loan, you're also saving. So if your share is 100,000 and you borrow 95, at the end of the time period, you'll end up with more than $100,000 in your account. The maximum repayment is 5 years. No proof of loan purpose is required. And of course, our credit union offers competitive rates on the reducing balance, right? And your loans are subject to members' affordability to repay. Right, so what the credit union does, we'll work it out, say to you that, okay, if your deduction is X amount, this is what you'll be able to get, therefore safeguarding you from becoming delinquent. Right? We have home loans. Members can access up to 10 times their shares to a maximum of $30 million to purchase repairs or make addition to your home. So therefore, for the home loan, this can be for purchasing your home or also for home equity. Bear in mind, based on what is happening with the credit union, we encourage person to save the maximum amount that you can maybe unlend. We can unlend maybe less than the 30 million, depending on the market. You can get up to 25 years to repay this loan, and the loan also attracts competitive interest rates. For those who may want to take out an home equity loan, excuse me, there has to be a first mortgage only on the property, then the credit union will have a second mortgage on the property. Bear in mind, we only can use 95% of the equity in your property. Parents may have been asking about our home equity loan. Yes, we do offer home equity loan, home loans, but we want to emphasize the fact that if you're planning on going through the NHD, the credit union, we haven't signed an agreement with NHD as yet to offer the joint mortgage agreement. But we do encourage members to approach your credit union first to access your home loans. Okay? Here we are, home equity loan. Members can access up to 10 times. Maximum amount on lend is up to $10 million to repair, debt consolidation. Say you want to do some investment. Also for educational purposes, you can use your home as an equity. The repayment period, we give you up to a maximum 10 to 15 years to repay, depending on the amount you wish to borrow at low interest rates. Okay? And I said, and the equity, beg your pardon, sorry. Excuse me a minute, guys, sorry. All right, okay. Our unsecured loan. Our unsecured loan, we also have a what is called a cash in a flash loan. This is like an emergency loan. So say you have an emergency, you can visit your credit union and you can get up to a maximum of 200,000 to borrow. This is dependent though on the members, because if you don't have savings in your credit union account, you won't be able to access the loans. You can get up to a maximum of 24 months to repay at competitive interest rates, no security needed, but it must be salary deducted. We also have other unsecured loans up to a maximum of 700,000 repayment period at a competitive interest rate that we'll offer to our members. Thinking about furthering your education, why not take an educational loan? Used to finance your education, repayment period can be up to 2 to 4 years. For this loan, collateral is so the various collaterals that you can use are, as I mentioned before, your home, if you have an investment policy, if you have insurance policy. But for the insurance policy, we do not use a sum insured. What we use is the cash surrender value. So that is the savings that you have on your insurance policy that can be used as collateral to secure the loan at attractive and competitive interest rates. Motor vehicle loans. This is what everybody likes to hear about, our motor vehicle loans. So for the motor vehicle loans, we lend up to a maximum of $10 million. Repayment period, 3 to 10 years. At competitive interest rate, you'd have seen the interest rate here between to 10.25%. Low interest rate based on the market, I would say. And the vehicle would be used as its own collateral. But bear in mind, you also have to take into consideration, as I said before, the shares requirement. All right. And for the special vehicle rate, the interest rate is a bit higher. Reason being because of older vehicles. So we finance vehicles 8 to 9 years old at competitive interest rate for our special. Okay, our promise to you is to deliver fast turnaround time for all our loans. Approval, depending on the loan, will be within 24 hours. Minimal paperwork, clear requirements, personalized support from all our loans officer. So you can come in and speak to anyone. Everybody in the credit union is basically a loans officer. So we sell all the products and services. All right, digital processing for speed and convenience. So for the digital processing, it means that members can send their documents online to start the loan process, right? But that doesn't mean that you don't need to enter the credit union. It depends on the type of loans. So like the share loans and the cash in a flash, we usually, when members call, if especially for rural members, we can email the forms completed and you return the required documents, including an approved salary deduction form. All right. So this is the last slide. If you have any questions, you may raise all your questions at the end of all presentations. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for that insightful information, Mrs. Cumberland, and the importance of smart borrowing. But this time, we're going to have Mr. Jeremy Paul from Jamaica Co-operative Insurance Agency, JCIA. He'll be giving us some information on the group life, personal accident, and critical illness coverage. So he'll be joining from Renee Collins' deck. and he is our final presentation, and he will make it insightful and short as possible. All right, then go ahead, Mr. Jeremy Paul.
Thank you very much. So, good morning, team.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, man, we are here.
Now,
My name is Jeremy Paul Bennett. I'm the Business Development Officer at JCIA. Of course, you know that insurance is the most important entity or vehicle or device or mechanism when you talk about protecting and building wealth. Everything that you build or any, sorry, is that technical difficulty? You're hearing better now? So insurance is very critical, especially in these times. No matter how much wealth you build, no matter how much asset you acquire, if they are not insured, trust me, you're running the risk. And we at JCIA, we are the insurance arm of the credit union. We believe in your welfare. And of course, persons will know, for me personally, NAJ have a special place in my heart. I was at the Black River Hospital doing a presentation, and it is surprisingly, it was really surprised to me that when I asked persons how much they are paying for their motor vehicle insurance, and some of the premium that I hear, it was really alarming. And I just want to take this time to tell all the persons who are a member of NAJ Credit Union that once you take a loan from the credit union to purchase a vehicle, whether it is a new vehicle, whether it is a vehicle 9 years or 10 years. But once you are a member, you are qualified to go on the NAJ motor scheme. And this scheme will offer you below market rate. Your vehicle will be comprehensively insured, and we will assign you or partner with you the insurance company that really fit your needs. For example, a person who is insuring a high-end vehicle like a Prado or a vehicle over 5 million, we will give them a special insurance tailored to their need compared to a persons who are comparing persons who are insuring a vehicle below the $5 million threshold, because there are certain things that we have to take in account. Windscreen. The average insurance will give you $100,000 windscreen coverage, even 200,000, right? But for when you are at the high end part of the spectrum, unlimited windscreen is very, very important. And of course, if the vehicle if the vehicle is written off, you in insurance you have a thing called excess, which those things are very important, and that is the amount that come out of your pocket, right, after the claim is settled. Now, we also do solar insurance because the future of Jamaica is solar. Good. And so if you come here and you take out a loan, whether it's a direct solar loan or an unsecured loan, that system can be insured. So you are now protected. We now offer group life insurance as well. Of course, with this insurance plan, right now it is $11,000 per year, and you're covered for $1 million, right? And it doesn't matter which other insurance company you are with. This is just an insurance that you can just put down one side. So I call it the insurance of insurance, because at the end of the day, when that time comes, money is very, very important. We also have a personal accident insurance plan that in the event you are in an accident and unable to work, right, this covers you. So you can get $15,000 per week for 100 weeks, right? And that can, take care of a little bill here and there, right? In the event of a death, you are covered for $1.5 million. And all of this offer at a really, really affordable price. Because one of the things that we at JCIA, given that we are the insurance arm of the credit union, we ensure that our premium is below market price and our service is above. We also have an online platform, so you don't have to come in. You can stay at your office, you can stay at your work, you could stay at home, you could even pull over on the road while driving and deal with your insurance need, because we always find a solution. For more information, you can go to jcia.com, or you could call our office at 876-929-5360. All right. And anybody is willing to assist you. You can pay online, you can do everything online. You can do your motor vehicle online, life insurance online, solar, everything. For that, I really say thank you very much, and I'll be here at the Q&A section. May God bless you and keep you, and not make nobody stress you. Thank you.
Very much, Mr. Jeremy Paul, for sharing that insightful information on some of the product offerings from the ACIA. And as you heard him made mention that there is an insurance within insurance, that's the group life insurance, $1 million coverage, and it doesn't matter what insurance company you're currently with. If you have FIP, if you have Guardian Life, it doesn't matter. You can still take out that insurance coverage and have that additional $1 million that you can utilize to insure yourself through the NAJ and Health Services Cooperative Credit Union.
Just for something quick, right?
Yes.
We also do property insurance, which is very, very important. We do travel insurance as well, because just the other day, especially during the Christmas rush and the major holidays, bags can be misplaced and your traveling can be disrupted. So we at JCIA, we offer that as well. And for those nurses and doctors who have commercial properties, right, who are part of the development space, who are a developer, right?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Jeremy. I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a feedback coming. There's a feedback coming in. I'm not sure why. We're not hearing properly because of that.
Ashani would have to mute his mic.
You hear me better now?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. So let's go over now. We do property insurance. Good. And of course, whether you own the property, whether you are renting the property, right? Anything that has to do with property, we can insure it. We also do solar insurance as well, and we do travel insurance, especially when you're traveling during the busy season, right? So travel insurance is necessary, right? And I was saying for those persons who are in the commercial space, whether you are a developer, whether you are planning to expand on a commercial property, we can insure it. All right. So give us a chance to protect your wealth. And of course, building wealth now is easier than before, especially when you are a member of NAJ. Thank you.
Mute your mic. All right, then thank you once again, Sir Jeremy Paul. All right, so now our floor is now open to all our members that are online. If you have any question that you want to ask any of our presenter, I will just spotlight them and they will answer your questions. So as you see, you can answer from there, that side now. All right, thank you. So any question you have for our loan and security managers, if you have any question, any insight information that you want to ask, any question from our DPO, any questions for our CUNA partners from our CUMAX Wealth Management. I saw a question in the question and answer section. I did respond to that. Person wanted to know if they can contact Mr. Miguel Lewis from CUMAX Wealth Management directly. I shared his particulars there, so you can go ahead and check the chat and you would see his, I responded with his CUG number, so you can engage in dialogue with him for further discussion. So you can raise your hand and I'll spotlight you if you have any question, but I'm going to give away this lovely package here. Let me see what's inside of it. We have this lovely, let me spotlight here so you can see clearly. Yes, I have this bottle here that you know, let's see who has been paying attention. You know, this lovely bottle with our logo. So anywhere you go, you will definitely advertise your lovely credit union and the product offerings. And I also have this additional goodie that's inside of this package that you can just have at your desk to utilize, you know, throughout the day, moisturize the hand, you know, from handling all those paperwork. All right. So it's going to be a two-folded question. Let's see. Raise a hand, please. I don't want everybody to open the mic. Just raise the hand. I want to see who is listening. And it's so easy. Easy question. I want you to two of our, if you don't know the name, that's fine, but name the company. Two of our industry partners that presented today, not us at the credit union, you know, and what is today's theme? Let me see who raised them on first. Raise the hand. I'm not seeing any hand raise. If you don't know how to raise the hand, then I'll allow you to go ahead and open the mic and speak aloud so I can hear you. So let me repeat it. Name 2 of our industry partners that presented today and what is today's theme for this webinar. Let me see the persons that raise their hand or if no hand, nobody get that one that question change.
CUNA and JCIA and
Yes.
Money Made Simple.
Yes, continue.
That's it. That's it. We'll continue.
What the rest of the team, Deandra, where you at?
There's more.
I was gonna give CUNA and JCIA, and then I would say Money Made Simple, Build, Protect, Grow.
Oh, okay. What do you think we forget Deandra, right? Let's.
I was the one who answered.
Yes. Deandra. It's Deandra.
You had Maureen Thomas as well. She didn't finish the team, but she gave part of the answer as well.
Deandra Richard. And who? Maureen who?
Monique Smith.
Smith.
It was Monique Smith? Okay, sorry about that. Monique Smith.
All right. So we're going to get something for both of you. So we're going to give Monique Smith this one right here because she get the full theme. She got the full theme, which is Money Made Simple, Build, Protect, and Grow. So do you have any questions for any of our industry partners that presented earlier? Are you cleared on the importance, especially as it relates to loans, some of the do's that you can implement whenever you're planning to take a loan? And as you see earlier, Ms. Collins illustrated the importance of the 5 C's that you can zoom in on whenever you're thinking about taking a loan. I don't know if Collins wants to open her mic and just to reiterate that slide that she had about the 5 C's. You know, that was very potent information. Collins, just do a quick reminder of just that slide with the 5 C's so person can screenshot that area, part of the slide, and have it into consideration whenever they're thinking about taking a loan here at the credit union.
Okay, so tips, the 5 C's of credit: character, capacity, capital, collateral, conditions. So persons need to take these things into consideration prior to applying for a loan. Not only that, also when borrowing money, consider these things before if it's really necessary for you to borrow at this time. All right, everyone got a picture of that?
Yes, thank you very much, Mrs. Cumberland. I saw in the chat, what's the message? I don't remember, I'm not seeing the name, but she indicated that she doesn't have a question, but she really appreciate the webinar. Deandra Richard says, I don't have a question, but I really appreciate this webinar. Yes, that is it. We want to provide financial education for members. Yeah, go ahead.
Regarding the FIP, there was an additional part to the FIP. Or is it that you have to be 60 years and over to act that part?
Tesia Douglas, the floor is yours, FIP. Let me spotlight Tesia.
Thank you for that question. No, you'd have to be enrolled before the 60th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. So with that being said, being that, we're cleared, and I really appreciate everyone for taking the time out of their busy schedule to join us today. So in closing, as we bring this webinar to a close, I just want to sincerely thank each of you for taking, as I made mention, the time to join us today. Your presence is a reminder that financial empowerment is not just an individual goal, it's a collective journey we take together as members of the credit union movement. To our partners and presenters from CUNA Caribbean Insurance Jamaica, JCIA, CUMAX Wealth Management, thank you for sharing your expertise and practical guidance. It means, of course, PLMC, or Data Protection Officer. Thank you, of course, for those practical advice today. And your insight today was really helpful to our members to make wiser financial decisions. I encourage everyone that is here today to take what you learn and put it into action. Create a plan, diversify your portfolio, and reach out to us at the NAJ Health Services Credit Union for support with the next step of your financial journey. Together, let's continue to build, protect, and grow, not only for ourselves, but for the strength and future of our families and community. So thank you again, and we look forward to serving you. All right, thank you, everyone. for joining us this morning. Thank you, and do enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. And we will share this webinar via our YouTube platform for those who want to go ahead and get more insightful information about everything that we discussed today. Have a good day, everyone. Good.